Welcome back, everyone, for another episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, playing as a troll enchanter of Okawaru, under Vehemet Wrath. So we sort of got a few gods to tangle with here. We just wrapped up Orc, and found some great upgrades. I didn't buy Stasis, did I? I can't afford that, so I'm going to go grab it. I'm normally... if I can, the word I meant is can't afford it. I'm normally not a big fan of Stasis, but I found a... Oh yeah, please hit me with all that wrath. I like it dirty. Rough, I guess is the word I meant. Not dirty, that's gross. So Vehemet is sort of working off... Wow, 50 damage! The wrath that I earned getting experience in Orc. That's pretty funny. That happened apparently while I was auto-traveling, and it just didn't do enough damage to even stop me. I'm actually going to rest here a little while, see if Vehemet has any more wrath coming. It looks like no. Because I would just rather... I would rather work that off with no enemies in sight. When you gain... The way wrath works is when you gain experience... it sort of adds to a wrath counter, which is gradually dispensed over time. So if you fight a whole bunch of stuff at once, you can queue up a bunch of wrath and like suffer it all in the middle of that one combat, which is nasty. So it's sort of better to try and fight some stuff back off, fight some stuff back off. That is a cool little formation. And when you are suffering wrath, like if you can, try not to get into combat. See if you can work off some more of it before something bad happens. What? This is a lot of stuff. So I guess I back off, pop heroism, and just start tearing things apart. Blink down to 17, good. I don't know, we didn't really need heroism, but it's fine. It's free. It's not free, it costs some piety, but it's pretty cheap, and it bought me peace of mind. I don't really like wizards either. Very rarely wizards can banish you. Okay, invocations looks fine. Slow it down there, no more invocations. Sure. Gargoyles. Why not? Heroism. Hydra. Hydra. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is back off, wield a lightning rod. See how you like this, Hydra. Got him. Good. Great. So, how many heads did that Hydra have? 6. So, this lightning rod is... You know, it's not going to solve every Hydra problem, but it's an option that works out all right. Yeah, so we're very sick, and we're actually healing rather than taking damage while this poison works its way through our body because of the Robe of Vines and being a troll. There's a lot of nasty stuff this floor for some reason. I'm glad I didn't dive down this far looking for a Vehemet altar like in my practice games. Which is a bit of a joke because it was impossible for the Vehemet altar to be this far down, and I just was not sure, so I went farther than I had to, having missed the altar. It feels like we ought to be getting some Vehemet Wrath soon, right? Surprised we haven't gotten some already. Lightning Rod is recharged. Good, good. I mean, I was saying that troll aptitudes are so bad that... Okay, there we go. Wrath. That I probably will not be training evocations, even for a lightning rod, which I love so dearly. But I don't know. Maybe I can put a few points in. I think I shouldn't. There's just so much other stuff you got to spend experience on. Okay, hit me with an icicle for 35. This Vehement Wrath it's just not such a problem. You know, I wouldn't take, you know, I wouldn't sign up for it as like a vacation thing, but wow, this is a lot of, I've never had any trouble with Kobold. That's not true. I think I actually was almost killed by Kobold Demonologist once. But generally, like, they're not an issue. And that was just so many of them that they got a lot more demons than usual. Because I couldn't keep it under control. And they were something like 4s too. Usually you just get like mostly 5s. Okay, where was I going? Downstairs, please. Ooh, very metal. And something I should remember is that I have swappable, like a ton of fire resist or a ton of cold resist if something frightening turns up. Yes. Okay. So manticores can skewer you with barbs that hurt you when you walk. So it was prompting me like, hey, if you walk, it's gonna hurt. Are you sure you want to walk? And it was like, yeah, it's fine. I guess just put on poison resistance. Like, that's the thing I'm kind of most see myself wanting unexpectedly. Because poison damage can sort of sneak up on you if you're used to having poison resistance. What? Hogs and Nessos and Kirka. What is this? This is not good, is what it is. So of course the hogs belong to Kirka. Nessos, like, he just is scary. Does a lot of damage. Blinks around, he's hard to get to. His main weakness is that he's got such low magic resistance that if you've even trained evocations at all, you can hex him pretty easily with a wand of like confusion or something. But I haven't, and so it's like a coin flip to hex him or something. But I can't get to him because of all these hogs. And with Kirka, like, I don't know if I want to be here at all. What does Kirka do? Monstrous Menagerie is her main thing, and hexes, basically. So she'll summon, like, harpies, and mostly harpies, I guess. So let's put on See Invisible over Protection. I still want the poison resistance, because Nessos has poisoned arrows. Is there somewhere I could fight safely? I mean, I could get here, right, which is fine, but Nessos would just like stand out here and shoot at me. And he has the spell Blink Range, which takes him far away from you, which he is happy to use. So even if his AI foolishly walks him into melee range, it'll like cast Blink Range and get back out again. So you kind of need like a kill hole to kill him. Why did I put on See Invisible? I kind of meant to put on magic resistance to protect me from being hexed by Kirka. But I'm thinking we just leave this alone and go back to Lair, because this is... it's a lot of stuff all at once. Ow, jeez, he has a longbow of flaming and poisoned arrows. And he's fast. I'm kind of appreciating these hogs, honestly. Giving me a little bit of a buffer. So I don't know. I'll kill some hogs, and like if Nessos... Oh yeah, he has haste, of course. It's just what you need for dealing with centaurs. Haste. Yeah, he's not that sturdy. If he stays here in melee range, I'll be happy, but he didn't. Kirka turns you into a filthy swine. Great. That's what I get for not putting on poison resist or magic resistance. Yeah. So Kirka is here. My rings are melded. Oh dear. So I'm just gonna sort of I'm hasted at when I'm not hasted, but pigs walk fast. So I'm just gonna leave. Okay. Oof. Yeah, Nessos and Kirka. That's the thing. Let's go back to the lair. Let's actually go fight Sonja now. Grab that blowgun. Bahamut is still raining destruction on me. Just that stone arrow. Okay. There's Sonja. Disintegration, huh? Alright, see you later, Sonja. Get the blowgun. Drop. String of evasion. And my flame and frost. And pizza and beef jerky and fruit. Actually, keep the pizza and drop the bread. Okay. And now get the blowgun. Wield it. Sure. Let's eat the bread that's on the ground. Why am I wielding my lightning rod? Ah, right. So let's put that on B. Okay. So the lightning rod is still a good Hydra slayer, so to speak. But now that I have this blowgun, I feel a lot. Let's use the lightning rod. I feel a lot better about some of the scary stuff that can turn up. Okay, well, I sort of thought that I could just tab him now, but apparently I can't. That was not my best moment. Okay, so I had to waste some charges on a Wand of Cold. Bahamut drained us, okay. Oh, Blink, yeah, Blink is at 12. It's probably even better than that. I'm just a bit drained at the moment. Oh yeah, and here's this, huh? Oh, I should have used heroism. There we go. More of these. I'm going to read this scroll. I don't know what it is. Vulnerability. All right, I don't need it. So here we are, back in Lair 6. Scrolls of Identify. Hit me up with those potions, please. Potion of Experience. Potion of Cure Mutation. So good. Yeah, so give me the Potion of Experience, please. It's like cheat modes. So you just like gain a level and you get to train a bunch of skills. It's amazing. And let's just put it all into translocations so I can be done with that. right? Blink is fine now. I can turn that off. Cool. Glad I finally got that handled. Let's run away, only fight one thing at a time, you know, lure it with stones. Oh, never mind, there's a bunch of stuff. Let's leave. Yeah. Uh-huh. I could lightning rod that stuff, but there's sort of too much of it. Let's get to the stairs. Really, the Hydra is the only issue. Like, we can tab through practically any number of elephants. With the robe of vines. So how's Blink? 2%. Okay, I'm happy with that. Yeah, see, if they attack me and push me back, I don't even mind, because it means they have to stop hitting me for a little while they catch up. And I still don't want to deal with that Hydra. A lightning rod and then a wand of cold, like, that would probably work, but there's no real need to spend resources on him when you can just run away. And with Blink and Robe of Vines, I can run away even better. Black Mamba, yeah, I have poison resistance, okay. And I think we're at a high enough piety that Okawaru is giving us gifts. I'm not really sure. I don't know. That might be something that he only does at 6 stars. It doesn't really matter. I would love some large rocks, because then I could start training throwing. Actually, I could do that now. Put on, oh, I don't need to see invisible in here. What am I thinking? Put this on over that. Okay. Yeah, so here's this Hydra. I want to see how the lightning rod does against him. It's doing quite a bit, but it looks like I still need like a large rock to finish him off. Okay, so that's pretty good. Being able to kill Hydra. Oh, yeah, I don't need to waste large rocks yet. I mean, right at this very moment, I don't have a large supply of large rocks. And there's no real need to use them here. Because we can just, as you saw, tab through Death Yaks. And we gained the ability to use Finesse, Okwaru's second ability, which he only gives you at 5 stars. So I'm going to train up some more invocations, because Finesse doubles your attack speed, which is, as you can sort of imagine, it's a really big buff. It doubles your damage output, and sort of doubles your situational awareness in a way, because... no, not food. Sheep corpses. What? What? I was not aware this was an option, Vehement. That's a good joke. 3 ball lightnings, huh? Could these kill me? Maybe. Huh. So they explode and they deal lightning damage, you know. It sort of makes sense, right? And if they all go off at once, I am not gonna like the result. It seems like it probably won't kill me, but you know, I could maybe use a Scroll of Blinking to get out of the blast radius, just in case. It'd be a real shame to lose the game here, wouldn't it? How much damage does a ball lightning do anyway? It doesn't really say. So what I'm thinking I do is I blink north. I mean, is it going to do 50 damage through 16 armor? Maybe. I don't have electricity resistance. And I can't dodge a ball lightning. So, I don't know. Maybe it's an overreaction to blink. But I mean, that's sort of the thing, is when you only have one life, it's okay to overreact on occasion. It's a lot better than underreacting. I have 2 blinking. Oh, I could just cast blink. That's an interesting compromise. It would blink me randomly, and I would probably not land someplace where all 3 of them can blow up on me on the same turn. I'll get to experience 1 or 2 of them and decide whether I need to blink away from the last or what. Is that, like, clever, or is it air quotes clever where it's actually dumb and I should just blink away? What about, do I have potions of resistance? No. Because then with lightning resistance, I'm sure this would be no problem. So I think this is probably no problem even as it is. So I'm going to say that blinking is fine. I'm going to just cast blink. And these guys are like immune to basically everything. Yeah. I was hoping I could find a way to damage the one in the back there. Oh. Huh. Peace out. So I think those will dissipate eventually. Actually, were they durably summoned? Will it tell me? It doesn't say. So I think they'll just vanish eventually. That was a great blink to a great teleport trap. And then I'm pleased with myself for noticing the option. It wasn't like super clever, but it was something I hadn't even considered. And I took advantage of it when I saw it. So great. Recharging. Excellent. That basically means I have unlimited haste. You know, it's not really unlimited. You can't use it everywhere, but if you use it everywhere where you feel like haste would help, you should have plenty. So let's just lightning rod this guy down. Lightning rods are a bit loud, but that's fine. We got him. Ball lightnings are pretty noisy too. So there's a lindworm. Let's put on my ring of fire protection. Sure, just in case. And back up to here. Get pushed out by the elephant. Kind of stinks, but that's life. What's with all the wolves? I don't know. It's a lot of wolves. Who knows why? There we go. Great. So I'm really loving this robe of vines. It's kind of going to make me complacent, I think. So I need to keep an eye on that. Make sure that I'm still using heroism in frightening situations, running away from more frightening situations. Ring of Wizardry, no. So now I would really appreciate finding Portal Projectile, the spell that lets you teleport projectiles to their location, destination. since I already have some translocations skill for Blink. Wow, why did he move so fast? It would really improve my ability to throw large rocks and use a blowgun, which is something I'm going to want to do for like Garyon and for whoever I decide to take the first rune from. This reminds me, I need to mark that staircase as excluded so I don't like accidentally take it. I don't think I would, but now I can't. Can't go into Lair until into Swamp until we've killed Garyon. Lamp of Fire is cool. You know, I just can't. A lot of this evocable stuff is just not much good with no training at all. And so I could do a little training, I suppose. But I have all these other things to work on as, you know, a troll. Scroll of Summoning, good to have. That'll help, you know, just in general. Large rocks, yeah, thanks, so cool. And here we are in Lair 8, the final level of the Lair. So stuff in here is going to be appreciably more dangerous. There will be one or two end vaults that are especially challenging and have a little bit of loot. Not a lot. Lair doesn't have a ton of loot, but it has some. Okay, so like here's one. This is the bears and dogs, I think, ending. There's just going to be a bunch of jackals, hounds, and other higher level dogs and bears in here. Woo! Slow down. But having been through Orc already and a bit deep in Dungeon, well equipped, this should not be an issue. If necessary, we can use Heroism. Even if it's not necessary, we can use Heroism. Like here, it's not necessary, but I'm going to use Heroism just in case. Because, you know, the bears can go berserk, which kind of stinks. But we're just holding tab and regenerating all of our health. And Finesse is getting there. Yeah, this is just sort of a swarm of bears. And who really cares? Not me. There should be a Raiju in here somewhere, or maybe a few Raiju, I don't know. They're like weirdo abyss dogs who can turn into lightning. I don't know if that's like a thing, or if Crawl made it up. Probably, I mean, it sort of reminds me of like, from Pokemon, right? Raichu? Like the sort of, whatever Pikachu turned into. Box of Beasts, no thanks, I guess. But I don't know, maybe it's just a weird coincidence, and Raiju is a totally different thing. So I think that that's a small ending, and there's Lair has either 2 small endings or 1 large ending. So I think I should expect another, ooh, well, forget it. There's like no robe that could be better than this, than what I've got, honestly. Enchant armor, no thanks. Okay, and the other ending is worms. So there's going to be a dragon in here. Yeah, the Lair endings are a little bit, it feels like there aren't enough of them, and I see the same ones all the time. I don't know. The thing to be aware of in here is the brain worms, because they can drain your intelligence, which, like, as a troll, who cares? I'm not using my intelligence for anything. But you don't want it to get to 0. I think they changed it so that that's not quite as bad as it used to be, but I think it's still, well, I know they did that. It used to be like you would just die if your stats got to 0, any stat. They took that away. and then they made it so like you just take bad penalties and damage. And I think they've even reduced it some more, but I don't know exactly what the details are, so I just don't want to mess with it. Sure, resist corrosion, whatever. Another amulet. Cool. Amulet of Stasis. All right, good to know. For use with that ring of cold resistance and random teleportation, basically. And also for things that would slow us or paralyze us would be a bigger threat, really. So those were the Lair ending vaults. Not a big deal. There's still going to be some scary monsters just wandering around in Lair, I'm sure. Like Lair 8 has more stuff. But that was that. Kind of a shortish video, just half an hour, but we finished Lair, we went a bit deeper in dungeon. I don't remember, maybe we did some other stuff. Got a bunch of Okwaru piety. So next up, finishing off the dungeon. Oh yeah, Kirka and Nessos, yuck. Finishing up the dungeon, and then probably Elf next. Maybe we can do both of those in one video. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.